right there. This white mother abused her kids. And when I say abused her kids, she really gave them the business. So much to the point where Mr. Von Savage that thought that they was black kids in the other article, and we just had to go find another article to confirm what color these children was getting this kind of abuse. We'll be right back on the Keep It P podcast. Let's go.
I got the PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, Chime. Hope you got yours, cause I got mine. I'm talking Payoneer, Netspend, Venmo, Stash. Too many ways for you to run my cash. Check reparation, 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 check. Yeah, well if you talking compensation, it's about that time. You get everybody.
Yo, we back in the Hidden House from the Sin Now. Watch your men now. You feel me? I'm just trying to see what's going on out here. Here we go. I just clicked it on. So now we on Instagram. What up, Instagram family? TikTok, we coming soon for you. You feel me? Y'all get the pre-recorders, but we gonna come live real quick. Y'all just wait. But anyway, look at this, man. Look at those faces, man. That's Crystal Robinson and Shane Robertson of Penn Ridge Regional. That's at Penn Ridge Regional Police Department. This married parents in Pennsylvania face numerous child felony and danger charges after cops show up at their home in April in response to a connection to two children that were spotted at an abandoned trailer taking items out. What the police allegedly discovered afterward at the trailer park home in Sellersville is the stuff of nightmares.
Come on, fam. Cut it out.
It
It
did
does
say
not
that.
say
It
nightmares.
says the stuff of nightmares. I ain't make that up. I ain't make it up. Didn't do it. Nope. Nope. No, 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 no. It goes on. It goes on to say after the Penn Ridge Regional Police responded to the scene, they said that their first move was ensure that the seven children found in filthy conditions, surrounded by animals, were placed in protective custody. It says on April 23rd, 2023, at approximately 1:30 p.m., officers responded to the 800 block of Roseanne Lane for a report of two juveniles entering an abandoned trailer at the Penwood Regional Police Department said. Upon further investigation, it was determined that the children resided at the home nearby. Bucks County Children and Youth responded to the address concerns of the officers on the scene, resulting in seven children being taken into protective custody. Crystal Robinson, 37, and Shane Robinson, 47, have been accused of keeping their seven children in isolation and filth at their home at top of Green Top Trailer Park home without formally educating any of the victims. And I quote, upon arrival, they found 12-year-old juvenile female in the front of the yard, 655 Roseanne Lane, directly next to 675 Roseanne Lane. JV3 began speaking to officers, explaining that their parents told them not to go over to the abandoned trailer and that their parents should not be held responsible, said the affidavit of the probable cause, describing the Penn Ridge Regional Police Department's encounter with a barefoot child who told them she had social anxiety. We'll call that child JV3, continued in stating that she was only taking a blanket to keep her rats warm because her family doesn't have much money left. The JV2, a 14-year-old girl, then appeared from a abandoned neighbor's residence wearing a large work boot too big for her feet and only had clothing that appeared dirty. Cops said, no, wait a minute. I better get some We Grow trauma porn out of this because I'm not getting enough. Just dirty clothes and big shoes ain't gonna do it for me. I need some white trauma porn now, damn it.
Right now.
Right now. Don't give me the story. And you better describe this house. It better be bad. It better be.
And there better not be no GoFundMe's.
Mm, you know that's coming. Cops said that they called up the Robertson. Hold on. Okay, I was about to say, did they leave the scene and then call? Because I was about to be like, where they do that? Where they do that at? So they stayed at the scene. They called up the Robertsons, the parents. They arrived within a half an hour. The parents got there, the affidavit said. They agreed to let the officers take a look around the residence. Crystal Robinson stated that they were going through some stuff and food that she had, that she put a lock on the refrigerator because they were stealing everything.
Dang.
Stealing everything. Referred to the children as garbage disposals with legs.
Dang.
Upon entry to the trailer, officers found a refrigerator to be locked shut with a bike lock. The interior of the trailer was also obviously disrepair and disarray. No. 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 No.
Disrepair. Disarray.
Basically was nasty McGrasty. You just told us how the kids look. She had on the work boots and dirty clothes. And I'm not talking about the kids because obviously it's not their fault. The parents are in full responsibility for their care. However, when it's the black boy accused of anything, he could have got an F on his report card. Y'all gonna tell about the roach you saw on the back of the stove laden with grease and oil and fermented beans. Y'all just gonna, you know what I mean? But now we get disrepair and disarray. Come on, cuz. Juvenile 1, 16-year-old girl appeared unkept.
Unkept, fam.
Yeah, come on,
Malnourished.
fam. Come
Ate
on.
in 1 week. Was starving. You
Come
could
on.
see her ribs through her back. P.
She had caked up dirt on her face. Come on, tell us the real story. Give us the real image. I want
Had
to
white people dreads.
paint this picture for me. I don't get the picture. I ain't seeing it.
Had the juice stain.
You know, 16-year-old unkept appeared unkept. She emerged from her room and at her father's request, cops said. The girl's father allegedly told the police that the teen was the last daughter he had, when in fact he had 3 more daughters and a son. Okay. Authorities left the scene to file a child line report as outlined by Pennsylvania state law, but returned by 5 p.m. when Bucks County children and youth discovered more children being in the rear bedroom of the home during their visit. The affidavit continued. When officers arrived, they were met with Shane Robinson outside of the home, who advised he had 7 children that he did not tell officers earlier about. He didn't want to get in any trouble. Trouble did follow for the Robinsons. JV4, JV5, JV6, and JV7. A 10-year-old girl, a 8-year-old girl, a 6-year-old boy, a 4-year-old girl, respectively, were taken to the hospital for
respectively?
Do you hear the weed? Though ain't nothing respectively about that. And
are y'all caping for the parents in it?
mm-hmm.
I mean, talk about the tread lightly. They just were unkept, just a little disheveled. The place could have needed a couple repairs. I mean, they just were down on their luck. They were doing
Wait.
the best they
We finna
could.
get to it. Wait. We finna get to it. I see it. It's coming. Hold on, my friend. Stay thirsty. You're good. Hold on. Cops said that all of the children except for JV2 were clinically malnutrition, and many of them were sick. JV5 and 7 tested positive for COVID-19. JV1 and JV7 had low kidney function. JV2, JV3, and JV5 had fevers and were diagnosed with acute viral syndrome, from where authorities detailed shocking conditions in the family home. It say the room that
The
Shane
family home. We're still gonna just not that abysmal, horrific
dump,
house of horrors.
yeah, the dump. And I quote, the room that Shane and Crystal slept in had a bed in the middle of the room with several animal cages surrounding it. The sheets on the bed did not appear to have been washed for several weeks, maybe months. On the floor was items of garbage and the walls had holes in them, the court document said. The back room adjacent to Shane and Crystal's bedroom was blocked off with broken washing machine. This room did not have a door and was cluttered with dirty clothes and garbage on the floor. The third bedroom had feces on the floor in front of the entrance, a filthy mattress laid on the center of the room with a dirty blanket on it. Well, you could automatically assume that the blanket was dirty. You should have just said pissy or something. Come on, give us the real
Yeah,
stuff.
right.
With a urine reeking infested blanket on it. The affidavit found feces on the blanket as well. There you go.
Okay, there you
There
go.
you go. There you go. The affidavit found feces on the blanket as well as they also photographed the room. The room also housed approximately 2 dozen rats that were located in 2 different cages. Cops claimed to find no
Hold
cleaning
on.
products
So the rats,
whatsoever in the house at all. Not even an empty bottle. No cleaning products was nowhere. That's a first. That's a dig. I give it to him on that. Thank you. I appreciate that one. I like that one.
hold on. I
With no
like
cleaning
the
product.
rats in the cage though.
They were saving them as a pet. So they ain't had nothing else to do.
Rats,
They
man,
they
that's very Neanderthal male-ish. That is to your roots. Was y'all harvesting?
you say to the roots.
Was y'all
Damn.
harvesting pea?
Yeah, they might have been
Huh?
eating them.
Was y'all eating rat stew and ratatouille, cuz?
The bathroom did not have soap, toothpaste, or any other hygiene product whatsoever for the occupants of the
Wow.
home, police said. The cabinets were in very bad shape. The oven appeared as if it had never been cleaned. Remember, I said the fermented on the stove. Thank you. That's
Right.
all I needed. I needed a little bit. The trailer was in such a dilapidated state that
Oh,
Crystal.
okay.
There we go. This is what I'm talking. I'm just saying. Be fair now. Be
That's all.
fair.
It took
That's
you
all.
long
I'm
enough.
way down at the bottom, down in the low part. The trailer was in such a dilapidated state that Crystal Robinson fell through the floor in front of the
What?
bedroom door a few months prior, according to the affidavit account. What she told investigators, it gets worse. Dun dun
What?
dun.
Oh,
And
it gets worse than already what we
it
heard.
it gets worse.
The
Invest
feces, the rats,
it
the no
gets
cleaning products at all, the no soap, the no hygiene products. It gets worse than this?
it gets even worse than that.
Spill it on us.
Investigators found 2 dogs, 2 turtles, 2 rabbits, snakes, toads, and a 4-foot reptile known as Tegu inside the home, along with approximately 24 rats.
And
The
a partridge in a pear tree.
right. 2 turtle dogs, 2 little rabbit snakes, and the toad's 4-foot reptiles, and a partridge in a pear tree.
My
Hold
goodness.
up. Authorities indicate there was a bad odor and several bugs in the home. That was weak. Can we get a description on the odor? It smelled like turtles, rabbits, snakes, toads. I mean,
Was there carcasses, pee? It smelled like dead
you talk,
turtle soup.
man, you could
There
imagine.
was maggots and fly larvas a mass.
So there's more. Over the next week, it was learned that none of the 7 children had been formally educated and all lacked basic knowledge. Some of the children didn't even know their own birth dates. 4 of the children suffered from speech impediments. Investigators said all of the children struggled with reading, writing, and spelling, and that exhibited social anxiety and disclosed that they did not like being in public or around people. Also, what they're not disclosing is that there was a lot of touchy-feely going on in this premises. You can't tell me it wasn't. Allegedly.
Allegedly, y'all.
Allegedly. There was some touchy-feeling going on up in here. With that type of crazy come other type of crazy. With that type of filth comes other types of filth. Trust me. It goes on to say, JV6 and JV7 were clinically underweight. JV6, the 6-year-old boy, had a dangerous abscess in his mouth and 13 visible cavities. Visible. You can see him when he smile. Cavities.
Ugh.
The only notable food located in the home was for the animals.
No. I told you,
JV1.
harvesting rats.
I told you. Yep, you did say it. JV1, JV2, JV3, and JV5 were deemed to have poor eyesight and in need of glasses. JV3 had maggots in her hair.
I was looking for the maggots.
The maggots in the
Okay, I mean you had to
hair.
have maggots, P. You're talking about all the bugs, man. When was you gonna
The
mention the maggots?
maggots are
Yeah,
there. He's like, all
yeah,
right, I do
I
it.
told you there was some Negro trauma porn up in here,
Come
P.
on, give it to me, man. I need
This is
all
that
this.
white trauma porn. I told you.
I
That's
didn't know
what
it
that
exists
made
like
me
this.
think. I'm trying to told you. I'm trying to told you. I usually don't read these articles, and I didn't read this one. I had read another one that was real short, and they didn't do it. They did a little bit, and I was like, "Ooh, hold on."
Court records say that each defendant was booked in the jail on May 19th and released the next day. When they posted $10,000 bail, the
how
connection for the protection is real.
how did you? You didn't
Where
even have
where did
food.
they get $10,000 from?
Where'd you? How'd you? A
They white.
piece.
They white. They can just go to the bail bondsman and say, "Get me out." You know the deal, cuz. Look, you see, get me out. You know. And don't worry about where the 10,000 gonna come from.
Dang.
Don't worry about where it's gonna come from. I'm white. Get me out.
Your hand look like I'm white, and I say so.
Cause it got a light right there, buddy. I just caught that too. I'm white, I say so. Courts say they both posted bail after putting their children through a lifelong episode of terror, neglect, and pain. They get out the next day for $10,000 bail, scheduled for primary hearings for the morning of May 29th. So y'all take 10 days, get your shit together. But now we gonna move it back to August because May is too quick. We need y'all to get everything together. So y'all come back and see us in August on the 7th for doing this to your children for life. Come back now. The defendants face one count of second degree endangerment of a That ain't first degree.
I mean, if
First
I've
degree
ever
gotta
heard of
be.
first degree, that would be first degree.
What does the first degree got? Wait a minute. Let me read this. We got to figure out what first degree is. The defendants each face one count of second degree endangerment of child welfare and in connection with an alleged abuse of the JV7, the 4-year-old girl, and 6 count. Well, don't just skip over that. Alleged abuse? What kind of abuse?
And specifically her?
And this one is now alleged? So now we can't believe that they did no other abuse after all the other abuses.
That sounds touchy-feely-ish.
Didn't I tell you?
You did say that now.
I said it was a little Philly toucher there.
You did say that now, there, boy.
6 counts of third degree endangerment. Hold on, third degree endangering the welfare of the rest of the children. The rest of y'all? That's how y'all say it? Just the rest, Damn, white publication.
I ain't never heard that charge before.
Third degree
The
endangerment.
rest of y'all charge, P.
Yeah.
What?
Welfare of the rest of the children. Just the rest of y'all. Just, them, the ones that was left. Them ones.
How many ever it was,
The
it ain't
rest
that
of.
serious with y'all. He ain't touchy-feely on y'all, so you
Just
good,
the rest
allegedly.
of.
You just had maggots in your hair, that's
Just
all.
the rest of. Each of the children were placed into foster care to experience more abuse, allegedly. Because you got to assume that's what's going to be going on in these new spots. They already socially awkward. They already been through abuses. It's already been proven time and time again. Come on now.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go ahead and put on my. I'm gonna have to put on my wingles, P.
Come on, give it to me.
I'm gonna have to put on my wingles real quick.
What you got? What you got?
What if they saw that was all the plan to sell their kids, P, and that's how they got the money so quick? Like, off times come now for y'all to go ahead and have to break off them kids into our foster farming system, P, and go ahead and go make some more babies, because they ain't really making babies like that, P. The numbers is low, P. So we need to go ahead and take them so we can go ahead and farm them out, especially all them girls, so we can go ahead and have our top rapists go ahead and do what they do.
It's
And
at the top.
wow. You know what I'm saying, P?
Oh, okay. Since we got to do a little education here, what is endangering the welfare of a child first degree? What? And this is just in Missouri. Hold on. What? And I would imagine that since WS is WS, it's different for everywhere because they want to try to wiggle and weasel everybody up out of it. But
Period.
okay, first degree. Here we go. A person commits a crime of endangering the welfare of a child in the first degree if being a parent, guardian, or person. Hold on, let me see here. Being a parent, guardian, person, you do what? What's the first degree? Give it to me. All right. So being a parent, okay. So a parent, guardian, or any person legally charged with the care of a child under 16 years of age. And all of them kids was. So that, okay, so we got the age, right? And they're their parents. So they could get first degree. What is first degree? Intentionally deserts the child in a place under circumstances creating substantial risk of physical injury to their child. Well, deserting them in a room with feces sounds like about like that.
Oh,
Le-
but I get how they're trying to wiggle out of it though. Like we didn't desert you. Like
we
we
was
was
right here
still
abusing you.
the right, correct, right, exactamundo.
Leaves child with another person who is not a parent, guardian, or lawful custodian of child, knowing the person is a registered or required to register sex offender or child kidnapper, or an incident or a violation or law ordinance with other jurisdictions with similar elements, or charged by the complaint, information, or indictment with the attempt to solicit or conspiracy to commit a crime described in paragraph B, leaves the child with another person knowing that the person has previously physically mistreated or sexually contact with children and other persons cause physical injury or endangering sexual contact with the child. Now, wait a minute, because when you say that, we done stories where something happens with the child in these PC relationships, and like they knowingly left them with the Uncle Bob that was the touchy feely,
True,
or the
true,
grandma that killed your other shorty.
true.
You left left your new shorty with your grandma that killed your old shorty. She wasn't charged with first degree.
No,
She was not.
not true story.
So the laws is on the books, but y'all just choose how you want to enforce them.
You already knew that.
Recklessly fails to provide an adequate quantity of food or liquids to the child, causing protracted impairments of the child's health. That's first degree.
Oh, that's all day long. If any of that they did, it was that for sure. You already said they did that.
First degree, a person commits the crime of endangering the welfare of a minor in the first degree if a person transports a child in a motor vehicle, aircraft, or watercraft while the violations of AS. Y'all done took them all around the town while y'all was doing them at home. First degree. Physical mistreated. First degree.
Definitely, you did that. You
Having a
admitted that.
having applied force to a child that under circumstances in which it was applied, or considering the age or physical condition of the child, constitutes a gross devaluation from the standard of conduct that is reasonable person would observe in a situation because of the substantial and unjustifiable risk of death, serious or protracted disfigurement. They couldn't talk, they couldn't read, they cyst on the boy's mouth.
Couldn't even barely see.
Yeah, protracted
13 cavities, maggots in your hair.
impairment of health, loss or impairment of function of body member or organ, uh, substantial skin bruising,
Said they had
burning,
weak kidneys.
hmm internal bleeding or submortal hematoma, that thing in his mouth, bone fractures, prolonged or extreme pain, swelling, or injury of soft tissue, that thing in his mouth.
Yep, them
Endangering
cavities
the
too.
welfare of children in the first degree under these three sections: a class B felony if the kid dies, a class C felony if the child suffers sexual contact, sexual penetration. What? Hold on now. Now that's funny. Why is C the sexual one and it's not A?
Hmm.
A is if the child suffers physical injury. B is if the child dies. C is if the child. So death ain't even worse than the touchy feely that he got to endure the whole life that he live. Dang. Then they say
This fella.
endangerment welfare of a child under section B. Under B of this subsection is a class A misdemeanor. Wait a minute. So you're telling me serious or protracted disfigurement is just a misdemeanor?
What?
So, because you know what that make me go to on the touchy feely side, that mean you can ruffle the inside feathers on the shorty, and that's all you get.
Mm.
You see? You can tell what they care about, what they want to be able to do and get away with and get out with a minimal sentence to do it again.
Mm.
Endangering the welfare of a child in the first degree under A, 1, 2, or 4 in this section is a felony. Hold up. What's A? Hold on. So A was, just real quick, we doing this research, y'all. A was registered. Oh, a registered sex offender or child kidnapper is A. 1 is, why they all got to do with sex? Having committed an act punishable under probably something else, some other article or section that has to do with touchy. Man, it's all giving them the look. We don't want to go to jail for the touchy feeling now. If you kill them, you kill them now. You kill them, we got to get you. But all you did was touch on them. Now you shouldn't have to go to jail for that. Me as a white man, I should not have to go to jail for that. Huh? What you doing? Anyway, man, this is the worst. This ain't even the worst case we ever heard.
It's
But
not,
no, it's not even.
unfortunately.
It's not even the worst case we ever heard. But let me put them back up on the screen, though. We just go
Please
ahead.
do.
Yeah, put them back. I ain't gonna hold you, but emoji
He looked
just
like he's 67.
man, that dude was touching on every girl in there with her permission.
She was in on the reindeer games.
What? Oh, real quick, buddy. What's that you got back there? What's that there behind you there, buddy? What kind of species you got there? What's that?
That is blackfish.
Oh, right. Is that the white girl on the left, and then she turns into the cold colored charcoal girl on the on the right?
Voila.
Look, she's ash color. She don't even
Straight
look.
up.
That don't look brown. She look like she's dusty as hell,
Super. Like you
like a
could
chimney
never put
sweep.
on enough. I promise you. I promise you.
Like she's a chimney sweep, guys.
Dancing with the wind, P.
All right, hey, what's that? Deontay join over there on Instagram with that broski. We about to get on up out of her, man. You know what I'm saying? It's 4 words we gonna leave you with. We got the love, we got the peace. You know we got the blessings for you there, boy. And then you know it's Maloha now. Why I'm talking like this, I don't know. God damn, it just came from nowhere. God damn. Give me a